We kind of went into it with, there's no real pressure on us here to perform, like these are the series teams and we're the invitational, but we knew going into it like we're here to give this a crack. I suppose everyone's, like our whole mentality going into the two legs was, we're here to win this.
Yeah, training was very, very good. You know, we're all kind of in like high spirits and we're all excited to kind of get cracking for the weekend.
The pitches we played on and trained on were just top class, so that was really nice. Incredible. The weather was a bit overcast, but it was still warm, so we were still pumping sweat. So it's tough to get used to, but we thought it was quite similar to obviously being here, so it wasn't too bad. And we trained pretty well. Everything was going well. We trained the Wednesday, Thursday, and captain's run the Friday before going into it. So we all felt we were really good spot, and the guys were really on song. So it was a good week of training.
Pretty cool to be firstly on the World Series and pitch yourselves against some of the best teams in the world. And then once we got to Twickenham, obviously it's an incredible stadium and the crowd was class. So yeah, it was sweet to play there.
It's hard to describe because it's one of the most biggest and iconic stadiums in the world, the home of rugby in England. And to get to run out there and play there is just, it's phenomenal.
No, we had some serious support, to be fair. Huge amount of Irish everywhere you went, screaming every time we came onto the pitch, giving us a lot of encouragement and stuff, so it was great to see.
I guess the noise that the Sevens brings is slightly different to what the 15s brings. Obviously the crowd is a bit more of a party atmosphere, they're a bit more riled up. They just love it, they're just cheering you on the whole time. You can hear it through the warm-up. You stand on the bottom of the pitch, you just look around the crowd, everyone's smiling, laughing, smiles on their faces, cheering non-stop. It's a big crowd, something we've never experienced before. So it made it difficult at times on the pitch because talking to each other you kind of have to talk a bit louder. Otherwise the person inside you outside doesn't have a clue what you're saying. But yeah, no, it was just an incredible experience and just kind of puts a smile on your face to be able to go out and play in front of so many people and enjoy it. Is the main thing. They'd obviously done pretty well in previous legs of the World Series. Having won Sydney, their home one, and they're on a good run of form. We'd played them a bit, their main team, obviously back in October, in Oktoberfest, we got the first time, and so we kind of knew a couple of things about them, not really much though, but to go out against them on the main stage is pretty cool.
We actually worked very hard in that game. Defensively, we worked really hard. Didn't have the ball for much. We did work really hard, and when it came towards the end, we just they just tired us out. I suppose that intensity playing at World Series, they're used to it, and we weren't.
Kind of just trying to look back at the footage, what we did wrong against Australia, and trying to fix it in the Spain game. And you know, we've had a history of playing Spain, so we knew what we needed to do in order to win the game. And I think coming back off the Australia game, losing, we wanted to get a win. And I think that kind of mentality we had coming out before the game, I think really pushed us to kind of get the result.
As well on the outside, Jimmy O'Brien.
We were just a lot more focused. Maybe we'd played Spain so much, we knew what they were about. They've been doing well in the series as well, so we were kind of seeing where we were kind of compared to them because they just came on, and I thought we played very well. We would bounce back from Australia.
We had the majority of the ball in that match and played some of our best rugby and kind of ran Spain around the pitch and scored some good tries.
McNulty, the little grabber ahead for Conroy. Conroy in pursuit. Conroy looking for the bounce, gets it and gets another.
Yeah, so we play against them a lot, in terms of training matches and then little scenarios against them, scrums, lineouts, stuff. So we do know them quite well and they know us quite well. So that was always going to be a tight match. We've had plenty of matches against them that can go either way.
Yeah, it was just a frustrating game. I thought we could have won, but they just kind of kept the ball alive a bit better, and our tackling wasn't great. Yeah, we knew we had to score, and I think I kind of gave it out to Terry, hoping he would do something with it. And he kind of stepped back inside, drew the two guys, and he just gave me on a loop. And I think then the guy pushed off because he was worried about Jordo going down the wing. So I went through, and I knew we had to score quickly. And I think I heard the buzzer just as I was like coming up to the try line. And I was like trying to touch down and go back and not take the conversion. I was trying to shout at the ref, but the buzzer had already gone, and Billy was kind of like, we need every point we can get. So he kind of calmed me down. I was like trying to rush everyone back. He kind of calmed me down, and he took the two, and I think it helped out. Like, we buffered our points difference a bit. Yeah, firstly, being a quarter-final was amazing. Like, we were sitting down on the sideline watching the game, and we were going nuts, hoping that we get through. And it was just a great feeling to kind of do it first tournament. Like, I don't think it was done, hasn't been done since 2016, Japan or something, Las Vegas, we heard after. So that was amazing. And then when we knew we had USA, we kind of just go over them a little bit that night, kind of get recovery in, kind of focus on ourselves. And then I think we were just all raring to go against them the next morning.
I was just kind of thinking about the rivalry on the wings, for me anyway, because I knew I'd be up against Carlisle's, and you know, that man is a weapon on the pitch. So I was thinking a lot about that rivalry, and I wasn't trying to psych myself out, trying to keep a calm head, but you know, I just kind of had a talk with my mum, and she just kind of gave me reassurance. You know, she just said, go out and do what you always do, and you know, no one can stop you. So I kind of took that into the game, and you know, kind of like just on the day, just try to relax and just play my game instead of worrying about what was opposite me.
Up to halfway, he's got Conroy on his shoulder. Conroy over the 22, giving chases Colin Isles, but he won't stop Jordan Conroy.
As they do, like they have speed and power, so we know that we kind of had to shut that down a bit, and I think we did a pretty good job in that. First half came out firing, and we scored a couple of good tries to kind of put them on the back foot and made them panic almost a bit, and then second half thankfully we were able to back it up and came away with the win.
It was just a huge performance. We were only talking the other day that about the great performances over the whole sevens kind of last 4 or 5 years, and that I was like performance-wise, that was one of the best performances we put on, because we just attacked them and went at one of the big teams in the world, and came out the right side of it. So yeah, that was an amazing kind of result for us.
The whole couple of weeks building up was about that, getting to a quarter final and then seeing where we go from there, one game at a time, and then get into the semi-final. Yeah, it was huge. So we were all delighted, but you don't really have too much time to think about it, because you only have a couple of hours in between each match, and then you're straight back in.
But it's a completely different kind of challenge playing against them. It's almost like a different sport. They just play. There's no rucks, so you're basically chasing shadows, and then in attack you just need to hold on to the ball, control the pace and whatever. But they're just physically huge, and they just dominate you.
So that's what we spoke about straight after the game. We were like, dust that one off, and we still have a medal to play for here, a bronze medal match, and against England in their backyard. So
yeah, it doesn't get any bigger than England and Twickenham, does it? Like, whatever sport it is.
What's going on through our head was getting that bronze medal. You know, there was a bronze medal up for grabs, and you know, like Stan said, you know, we can get this, and he just reassured us that we know we're good enough to get that third place. And I guess that was the whole kind of focus around just playing our best game and getting that bronze medal.
To lose to the high-flying Fijians, and this is the Irish high flyer, Jordan Conroy, strides away, defending their own try line. And they have it, they have men over to McNulty, to Conroy's been asked to go the length of the field, and he will go in unopposed. Over halfway he goes. Conroy looking for his second try in this. It's still there for England, and Hayter, Dan Norton, the step, and another, and in at the corner for another try. Ireland 14, England 19 into.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of last play of the game, I mean, my body just was like gassed, like, and then I don't know, I kind of got my second win when Hugo passed me that ball, and I just stepped, and when I knew I got away, I just put the pedal to the metal, and I was just kind of running, and I tried to get in as close as I could to the post, but I mean, my legs were jelly at that stage.
They're reaching out, and Ireland are back on terms. Jordan Conroy.
I don't know, I just remember just trying to catch my breath, and I walked past Rochi, and I just couldn't look at him, and I was just saying in my head, please Rochi, please Rochi, please Rochi.
Can Mark Roach kick Ireland into the history books? He can! What a marvellous kick in the pressure from Mark Roach. You'd expect nothing less.
So you can kind of see the hooter's going to go in like 10 seconds, we have 20 seconds left. So like, okay, wait for that hooter to go, and then we've kind of practiced it a few times, and it's worked for us a few times, that if you can drop it straight into touch and like kick it, get it to bounce out into touch, the game that's it. So we're kind of going on to pitch, and I was going on with this mindset, okay, that's what I'm going to do, this is my job. We kind of stayed calm, and I was kind of saying to the lads, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then we saw their lads drop back, and you saw a few, their English guys kind of noticed what we were going to do, so they started singling up, so there was no pods across the pitch. So I was kind of looking at Hugo Keenan was on the pitch at the time. He was our like kind of main catcher on the pitch at the time. I was like, okay, let's get this back. And I was kind of looking, and he was like, yeah, okay, let's get it back. And so I was like, okay, I got to nail this kick. Put it on the money, and I think Brian Mullen got in the way, Harry Glover, some English player trying to get up for the ball. Mullen gets in the way, blocks him, Hugo jumps over the top of him and knocks it back.
I kind of knew beforehand, I was like, okay, if this is coming back, just get it off the pitch. I remember I kind of come under, I just shouting at Hugo and Mullen, just get me the ball, get it back to me, get it back to me. And I think Mullen kind of went up, then Hugo got in front of him, slapped it back to me. And I kind of went to like normally kick it out, and then a guy came to kind of block it, so I like threw it out the side, and I had to get around it a little bit. But I was just watching. You see the lads start celebrating, I'm still watching the ball, hoping that it goes far enough.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, it was just when all emotion comes out, and just there's a good clip of Brian Mullen jumping around like a crazy man, and it's just class, like just unreal, just a great moment.
The Irish players embrace one another. Harry McNulty.
Oh my God, like it just didn't set in, but I was like, we actually got a third medal in our first World Series, and I was just kind of overwhelmed. I was just kind of taking it all in, and I was just kind of so proud of us all at that moment. I just couldn't believe it.
God, I think I'm going to collapse. Absolutely amazing. Tough day one. We wanted to go 3 from 3. That was the mindset before coming into the tournament. We only went 1 from 3, but we were lucky enough to get through. And from there, we had a tough game against the USA, but we really battened down, and we really put it to them. And that was just an amazing win. Then to come up against the World Series leaders Fiji in the semi-finals, that doesn't happen too often. And we got shown up a little bit there when we didn't hold on to possession, and that's just the way it goes. But anytime we have possession, we work pretty well. And then England in Twickenham was absolutely amazing. You couldn't write it. I've had the most amazing time. The support has been amazing. Family coming over, friends, everyone. Thank you so much to everybody.